How important are the heated grips on a long motorcycle trip? Well, you might say that just because you ride only in the summer, they are not something that you're gonna spend money on it. Fair enough, but in this video, I'll try to convince you that the heated grips are the most important modification that you have to do on your motorcycle. So if you have nothing to do, grab your favorite drink and stay with me. Welcome back. As I told you, the heated grips are the first and maybe the most important modification that you have to do on your motorcycle. In fact, I cannot point you now another that will have the same or similar effect. So basically, every time when you turn on your heated grips, you'll be so thankful that you took this decision. And now, before you decided to stop this video because you never ride on the cold days and heated grips are not something that you will ever need, let me play you a short video clip that will help you to change your mind.
Oh, I stopped for a while on this beautiful spot just to warm my hands a little bit on the sun. Oh, oh man, it's so good. This is the situation in Arthur's Pass. Fog, snow over there, rain down here, and I saw that after 50 meters it's alright. If you are wondering what I am doing, I'm warming my hands on the engine. It is cold, it is slippery, but it's alright. Minus how many, I don't know, but it is minus. It's very cold.
How are you, my friend? Freezing to death.
Freezing.
How was the ride?
It
Cold?
was cold.
Cold,
It was cold.
yeah.
It was good ride, but it was cold.
Yeah.
It was really cold.
Minus something, yeah?
It must be. Well, there's
Yeah.
frost on the road everywhere, so must
Frost and this black ice everywhere and frost, yeah.
I stopped for a while because my hands are really freezing now. I need to warm it a little bit on the sun, on the engine, and I'll continue. You can see from yesterday the ice is still there. I will take at least this out because it's somehow disbalanced my tires. Oh, I'm seriously freezing. My hands. My body is good, but my hands. Few more kilometers. It looks sunny, but the temperature is like 3 degrees at the moment. Just to have an idea, yesterday it was 25, now it's 3. That big difference is because here, I haven't checked what is the elevation here, but it is what it is. Let me have the camera for a while to be able to understand the riding conditions at the moment. Foggy, wet, muddy and cold, 12 degrees. Oh. And my hands are freezing. It is around -5 and I ride in this condition in the last 25, maybe 30 kilometers. I really appreciate what does mean to have a heated grips.
I hope that you enjoyed the video. Anyway, the footage that I showed you was from Bulgaria, Turkey, Australia, New Zealand and India. And all of these clips were filmed between April and August, in the middle of the summer. And in none of these destinations I was expecting such a weather conditions. In fact, on every one of my trips I use heated grips for at least a couple of hours, sometimes even days. Because on the long trips you never know what kind of weather conditions you're going to face tomorrow or next week or next month, especially if you plan to cross a lot of mountains, if you have many mountain passes, and as you saw from the video, even in the summer the weather could be unpredictable. Of course, you can correct me that summer in Europe is actually winter in Australia and New Zealand, and you're right, but their winter is completely different. The usual temperatures were between 10 120 degrees. So these days were not usual even for these regions. When I told you that the heated grips are #1 modification that you have to do on your motorcycle, I seriously mean it. Even today, it's around 8 degrees at the moment, I prefer to ride with my summer gloves and heated grips on, because I just got better comfort. Instead of having big and bulky winter gloves, I prefer to have this one, to have a better handling, better control, and heated grips on. Basically, every time when outside is below 20 degrees, I use my heated grips. And thanks to the system that it has with different levels of heat, I can have the right comfort in every given moment. So how important are the heated grips? I already told you, the best modification and maybe the first that you have to do on your motorcycle. Let me show you now what model I use and why I decided to have this instead of any other on the market. I have heated grips from Oxford. The model was Adventure or something like that. The difference between standard model and Adventure is the length of the grip. The standard is a bit shorter up to here, and you will have this annoying gap on the right side all the time. Also, they've got two different versions. First is with intelligent head controller like mine, and basically when you press plus, you already turn on your heated grips, and more you press it, more heat you're gonna create on the grips. On the other version, they've got one button to turn it on first, and then you can adjust the numbers, but it's a little bit more complicated, and it is not with the features that it has that I'm gonna explain you after a while. As you can see on my old Tenere, I got the same grips from Oxford. This is the second set that I bought because the first was damaged during my Istanbul crash accident and I had to change them. And of course I bought exactly the same model for my new Tenere because I cannot recommend another brand and model that works so well, and it is with a normal price. This model actually costs around 100 euros now. The main difference between this model and any other heated grips on the market is, as I told you, this intelligent head controller system. It will allow you to mount your heated grips directly to the battery without need to worry about electronics, about fuses, cables, and even if you have zero knowledge, you can mount it by yourself. Also, the scale and the indicators on the right hand side are very useful when you try to adjust the right temperature at the moment. You can play with all of this percent, 30%, 40, 50, 75 or 100% and choose the right heat that you need in every given moment, as I already told you. Also, this intelligent head controller system will notice when the engine is not working like now, and after just a minute or two, this green light here will start flashing, indicating that there is no power at the moment, like now, you can see it. And after a few more seconds, it will automatically turn off the heated grips and preserve your battery. This itself got three big benefits. The first is obvious, that every time when you forget your grips, you don't need to worry about it, because after 2-3 minutes they will be automatically off. The second is that, as I already told you, the montage of the grips is very easy and you don't need any knowledge, you just need to connect it to the battery. And the third is that when you have a whole day riding around and stopping on different attractions here and there, if you have the normal heated grips that are connected through the ignition, every time when you stop your engine, the grips will stop working. And you might think that this is not a big deal. When I start the engine, they will be warm again. But when the weather is cold and when you have to make many steps or many stops per day, and every time you start with the cold grips, it's not a pleasure at all. This system will keep it warm for 2-3 minutes, maybe enough time to jump again on the bike and start again. And yeah, it works very well. As I said, it's the best system that I ever seen, and I cannot compare to any other. Another benefit I already show you is this intelligent system will allow you to have different levels of heat on every given moment, as I already told you. And it is so nice. For example, I know that when it's around 15 degrees, 50% work very well with the summer gloves. If I am with the winter gloves, then I'm gonna have it for 100% at the beginning, then I'm gonna slow it to 75 or 50, even 40, depends on the moment. So this is very, very useful, and this visual display is also very nice because you can see it even while you ride. You don't need to go and search, because For example, most of the original stock heated grips got a small lights here, and they're very close to the grips, and every time when you grab the grip you press it accidentally. Here it's impossible. You just need to make it when you need it. That's why I like them. Just to let you know that I'm not paid from Oxford and I do not have these grips for free. All of my sets I bought with my own money, but as I said, I cannot see any other brand that will be so good in terms of reliability, quality, price and functionality. So in my opinion, this is the best. Of course, I'm gonna give you a link in the description down below, which will be affiliate link. If you decided to buy this grip, then I'm gonna have a small percent from the company, but this is not directly related with Oxford and they don't know even about me. Back to the question, does it worth to spend money on heated grips even if you ride in the summer? Yes, absolutely. Go do it and you can thank me later. Don't forget that every Sunday I make live streams for channel members and Patreons. Over there we discuss anything related to long motorcycle trips with great details. If you don't want to become member or Patreon, you can always watch the same stream a few days later, pre-recorded on my second channel, Motorcycle Adventures Live. Yes, it's not going to be live anymore and you wouldn't be able to ask questions and receive answers, but you will still find a lot of useful information from me and many people that are part from the stream. All the details include the links to the heated grips from Amazon. I'm gonna link in the description down below. Always ride safe and see you next time. Ciao.